Hello world, welcome to the first episode of That Hot Sauce Guy show. My name is Jeremiah Rodriguez and I really like hot sauce. My idea behind this is to have a weekly show to just showcase different hot sauces from around the world and just give my take on how good or maybe not so good they are, what they go well with, what the relative spice level is, things like that. This isn't really meant to go after these extreme hot sauces that are just ridiculously hot and they're just hot for hot's sake. That doesn't really interest me. I want hot sauces that happen to have some spice but that also introduce a really nice flavor to whatever it is that you're eating. That's what I'm after. And so for this first episode, it's going to be something of a origin story, I guess you could say. The hot sauce that we're going to take a look at is just regular old Tapatío. You've probably seen it in every Mexican restaurant, every diner you've ever been to. It's a very popular sauce. It's been around since 1971. And one funny thing about this actually isn't a hot sauce from Mexico. This company was started in Maywood, California by Jose Luis Saavedra. And the label that you see on it, this has actually been on the bottle since 1997. In 2021, Tapatío will hit 50 years of being in business. And these days, it's not just the hot sauce. There's a seasoning powder that actually goes really good on elotes. There's even like Ruffles and Lay's that have a Tapatío seasoning on them now. So it's really popular. Anyway, this was my dad's favorite hot sauce, and my dad was from Mexico, and you could kind of say this is where it all started. On our dining room table at home, there was always a bottle of Tapatío. There was always a bottle in his lunchbox that he took to work. It was always there. And so that's kind of where hot sauce and the introduction to spicy additions to food started for me. For me, this was more of a jumping off point. After high school, I lived in Mexico for a few years and kind of took this love of spice much further than my dad ever did. He was from central Mexico. I lived in southern Mexico, which their stuff's a little spicier than where my dad is from. So you could say I went well beyond what Dad was a fan of. So because of that, Tapatío is what we're going to start with today. So let's go ahead and just open this. It's a brand new bottle. I'm going to give it a sniff first. Smells like hot sauce, not extremely spicy. And one thing I do like right off the bat with the Tapatío is it doesn't have that strong vinegar smell that a lot of bottled hot sauces have. So now I want to go ahead and give this a sample, give this a try on its own. I'm going to use a shot glass. I don't know that this will be something that I do in every episode because of some of the spicier sauces. This might be a little difficult, but Tapatío is pretty low on the spiciness index, so I don't think it'll be that bad. One of the nice things with Tapatío is it's really not that spicy. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't know, I'd call it maybe a 3, a 4, somewhere in there. It's a good general hot sauce. It's not too spicy. The flavors are not too strong. I'll admit it's not one of my favorites, but it's a good backup. I think that could be part of why it's so common in restaurants, because it's a general audience's hot sauce. It's not too hot. You definitely get some of that chili flavor, obviously, and it's got a nice garlic kick to it as well. So now let's actually try it on some actual food. First, I'm going to start with a kolache. I know some people might say this isn't a traditional kolache. I don't care. The place that makes these, they're from Texas. These are amazing. If they call it a kolache, that's good enough for me. And as a side note, if you ever happen to be in Provo, Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, or American Fork, Utah, at breakfast time, I really highly recommend this place. I'll include a link in the description, but they're really good. They only do breakfast. It's like a dinner roll stuffed with breakfast goodness. They do other ones too, but this isn't a commercial about kolaches. So I've got that opened up. So I can actually get past some of the bread. Give it a little Tapatío. Let's see how it is. I think my favorite thing about the Tapatío is that that garlic hint that it has to it, because I'm a big fan of garlic, and it's not hiding the garlic. It's fairly strong. I do enjoy that. And this particular kolache has scrambled eggs in it, some cilantro, some peppers, some grilled chicken, and I'm liking it. It's probably not going to be my #1 hot sauce of all time, but I think I have a better idea where Dad was coming from, and maybe the last 20 years I just haven't given this a fair shake. This second test is going to be similar to the first. It's just scrambled eggs, a little onion, little jalapeno, some cheddar cheese. I'm going to give it a healthy dollop here. I want to make sure that I can actually taste the hot sauce. Give that a little stir. Those are good scrambled eggs. Again, not very spicy, like I mentioned. I think this is a good general audience's hot sauce. It's probably a little too spicy for my grandpa on my mom's side. But if you can handle spicier than a mild paste picante sauce, this is going to be just fine. You'll have no trouble. Another side note, I make really good scrambled eggs. I'm not going to lie. Well, that goes together well. And to me, scrambled eggs or any type of egg really is an important test for any hot sauce. If it's not good on eggs at breakfast, it's probably not worth your time. But this is actually pretty good. I'm a little shocked. All right, next, we're going to try it on some fruit. I've just got some sliced up apples here. Now, I know some people might think, hot sauce on fruit, that's gross. Not for Mexicans. It's very common to have hot sauce on fruit, on certain vegetables, like on cucumbers. It's good. All right. Needs a little lime juice, but it's good. I kind of wish I would have thought to buy some chicharron, because like if you go to any Mexican grocery store that has chicharrones in a bag, usually that's going to come with, like, at least around here, it'll come with a few packets of Tapatío. I kind of wish I would have bought some of that to try with this. And one of the nice things with Tapatío is it's really easy to get. Like if you go to any of your local grocery stores, you're probably going to be able to find it, and it's a really good value. Like the 5-ounce bottle is going to cost you like $1, maybe $1.25. If you're not able to find Tapatío close to where you live, I'll include an Amazon link in the description. In terms of spiciness, I'm going to go like a 2 out of 5, which that's not a bad rating, because if you don't like a lot of spice but just a hint, obviously you're going to want something a little lower on the scale. This isn't an habanero sauce, and it doesn't pretend to be, and not everybody can handle that heat. So, and as far as value, I would call it a 5 out of 5, because some of the other hot sauces that I have in a 5-ounce bottle like this, they'll run you $10, and where you can get this for $1, and you can get larger sizes too. I know they make a 10-ounce, and then they make a bigger, I don't know, I want to say it's like a 32-ounce bottle, and I think there's even a gallon-sized bottle that you can get at Costco and Sam's Club. So for your money, it's actually not a bad hot sauce at all. So for the flavor, I'll be honest, coming into this, it's been a long time since I've had Tapatío. My first thought was, ugh, like I know this was Dad's sauce, and I'm going to end up giving it a bad rating. I'm going to call it like a 1 out of 5. But I've changed my mind on that. The flavor was better than I thought. So I think to give this a good beginning point, because there's going to be hopefully hundreds of other sauces that we try here, I'm going to call it, flavor-wise, I'm going to call it a 3 out of 5. I don't want to go too high because I've cheated a little bit, and some of these other sauces are outstanding. So that's my review of Tapatío. Not a bad hot sauce. Definitely not spicy. and it's a solid performer. So thanks for watching. If you want to see many more reviews on hot sauce in the coming weeks, please subscribe. Maybe hit that little bell so you get a notification when a new video gets posted. I don't know what day of the week these are going to go up yet. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably Tuesday. I'm going to shoot for Tuesdays. You know, the whole Taco Tuesday nonsense. Tacos aren't nonsense. Just the idea of thinking there has to be a specific day is nonsense. Tacos are always on the menu. But just to go along with that, I'm going to shoot for Tuesdays in the future. I'm going to give thanks to my dad for getting me started on this. He's no longer with us, but he got me started on this hot sauce quest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget the hot sauce.